where coin creates all-time highs and they start to dump. Now, the dumping season is actually also a season of making money in crypto market. Why? Because there are two ways to make money. We call it long movement and also the short movement. Now, the long has to do with the what? With the bull market, while the short has to do with the bear market. Meaning that as you see these particular colors, this particular place shining greens, you see plus 25, you see plus 12, you see plus 12, you see plus 29, you see 35. Coin has done 35% increase today. As you see all these things happening like this, in bear season, you will see some of this coin doing minus so thing. And I'm going to show you something. If you look at this profit here, if I click on this profit, look at this. Look at this. This particular account, I think the last time I showed this account was around $50-something thousand or $60-something thousand. But today, this account has done $75,000 and counting. But look at the history here. Now, if you look at this place, you will discover that when you look at this, you can see long and you can see short, right? I think if you're following me carefully, you will understand what I'm trying to explain here. You will see short. Now, today, on a long trade has made $190. On a short trade has made $322. But yesterday, market was a bit down. Market came down to from 110 or 111 to 107. Now, on that movement, this particular account generated $4,740. Are you seeing what I'm showing you? So you can see the other time, you can see on long, meaning that the energy of the market is more in short. Now, the other day, there was, because of the way the robot was set up, that it can close some trade on loss at a certain percentage. And of course, that is actually a measure taken. And that is why you can see this account made $1,073 and it had minus $489. And you can see on total here plus $584, meaning that when the loss is minus from the profit, that was exactly what was remain, and that is it. So you can see if I scroll down here, you can see 2,208 something, you can see 3,208 something, you can see 4,358, you can see 2,000 something, you can see 3,000 something, you can see 1,000 something, and you can see as it is going. Now, what am I showing you? If you look at this place, you will see short. What is short? What I'm trying to explain to you is this. We have two seasons in crypto market, and everybody under the sound of my voice should prepare his or her mind for benefiting in any of this channel. Number one, I said, is the bull market, meaning that when these markets create a new all-time highs, the next season is going to be the bear market. What is a bear market? Like I said, a bear market is when market is creating a new all-time lows. Let me put it this way. From new all-time highs to new all-time lows, from new all-time lows to new all-time highs, from new all-time highs to another all-time low, and that is the cycle. And I can assure you that in any of this cycle, in this market, you have a full advantage. All you need is to have a tool that you can use to benefit from this market. And I'm going to share with you on how you can use this robot to do an excellent trading in a season like this in crypto financial market. Meaning that you can take advantage of the bull season and you can take advantage of the bear season. And of course, you can see that most of the wicked profit made in this account came on a bear movement, meaning when the market was capitulating. Are you following? Why? Because the energy of the market at current level is still on a bear mood. But if you look at the kind of result being generated, you will discover that bear market is going to be, this one is that we have not like, in fact, the bear season is not yet now. We are still on a consolidation mood in crypto market. What is a consolidation? A consolidation is a moment where you look at the market. Market can trade within the range of, let's say, $100,000 to $110,000 or thereabout, and it revolves back and forth within this particular time zone. There are different volumes in consolidation market. And that is why you can see a price can go from 100,000 to 115, from 115 back to 100,000 is still in a consolidation mood. But at this particular mood, you see people making money. So the question is this: how do you make the money in any of this particular movement? The long trade, which is the bullish market, and also the consolidation mood, which is a period of accumulation, and also the bear market, which is a point of distribution. Are we together? So, and with this particular, what we are doing here, we have a robot that has simplified and made everything easy. And that is exactly what I'm going to be explaining to you tonight. So how do you trade in this market? How do you make market, catching the market's movement, either long or short? And I'm going to explain to you briefly on some of the robot system we are using to generate this amazing profit on a daily basis. And this is exactly what we are talking about. So now, how do you use this robot? All you need to do, first of all, is to download the robot. In downloading this robot, you needed to use your email. So you get a link in our groups, whatever group you belong to, you will also see a link being reposted, and you click on that link, it will take you to a place where you will download this application and you have it in your phone. And once you have successfully downloaded this application, what is the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to do what? Is to download an exchange of your choice. What is an exchange? An exchange is in this nature. For example, if I click on API Connect, it will download, it will load and brought me here where you will see different exchanges. Here you can see Bybit, you can see Binance, you can see BitGet, you can see OKX, you can see Bitmart, you can see KuCoin, you can see MEX, you can see Get.io, HCS Global, you can see Kraken Spot, you can see Kraken Futures, you can see Binance US, you can see Bitfinex, you can see BingX. All these things, they're all exchanges. Now, what are they doing? In this exchange, you have the liberty to trade the crypto financial market, meaning you can buy and hold crypto in these exchanges. You can even decide to store what we call USDT in these exchanges, right? Meaning that you can convert your money from your local currency to a hard currency where you can keep it in these exchanges. And also there are different wallets as well. But in this particular robot, it makes use of exchanges because that is where you can have options of these coins to be traded. For example, these coins you are seeing here are the coins reflecting on my Bybit account, because this particular robot is connected to the Bybit account. Are you with me now? All right. So you can see there are a wide range of list of coins which you can actually trade with, and that is powerful. So if I go back to this place, once you have downloaded the application and you have downloaded the exchange of your choice, you need to verify the exchange. There's what we call KYC, knowing your customers. Knowing your customer is a situation where you bring a certain document to verify your exchange so that you can be allowed to do any kind of trading you so desire or you want to trade in these particular exchanges. And that is the beauty of this market, right? And once you're done with your KYC, you needed to connect the robot to the exchange. So the question is, how do you connect the robot to the exchange? How do you connect the robot to the exchange? It is very, very easy and very simple. How you do that? Now, if I click on this Bybit, it will bring me to the place where it says authorization. Authorization is a quick way of connecting your robot to your exchange. And here you can see the manual. So if I click on this authorization, it's meant to connect me automatically to my robot to the exchange, meaning that the robot has permission, a trading permission from these exchanges and only trading permission, because the idea of this robot is to trade the crypto financial market in more easier way than we used to do before, which is the manual way. But at this point, if the quick way does not work, you can use the normal. So if you look at this place, you can see how this particular account was authorized, the API keys and the API secret keys and others. If I click on this wallet sign up here before the tutorial, you will see the API tutorial. This is a place where this particular, it will load the server and bring step by step on how you can connect your robots to your exchange. How you can connect your robots to your exchange is very, very important, right? So if I go back, it will tell me API is running normally. So it means that once you have successfully connected your API, your robot will be ready to trade the crypto market, right? Using the robot. So what is the next thing that you needed to do? You need to understand how to do the setups. You need to understand how to do the setups. In our community, we have used different part of this particular robots to do wonders in this market. Meaning that we have mastered so many strategies on how we can set up the robot, both the automated part and also the manual part. Now look at this. If I click on market, it shows me different coins I can trade. If I click on trades, it shows me different robots I can use. Now look at this. On this particular robot, let's see what is going on here. If you look at this, this is automated, meaning that you can trade this particular market on autopilot and you can trade this particular market on a manual pilot, which means you can give the robots a few go ahead and the robot will pick a trade by itself and relaunch as many trades as possible according to directions that have the capacity to give you progress. Now, what do? What you needed to do is very simple. If I click on this place, it will bring me to this place where it allows me to choose what I want to do, the kind of setups I want to do. Now, we also have a video, a complete video on how to apply this strategy and you get the best of results and enjoy making money in this particular space. If I click on next, it brings me to this interface and I click on next again. It will bring me to this place where it allows me to set up my trade. For example, in this particular place, at least to use a co-brain in this manner, you needed at least a capital of at least 1,200, right? And what we call TVIPT, which is speed 2, which is the least you can use to trade in this autopilot co-brain, right? But look at this. It means that I can trade on TVIP4 because why? The level of this particular account. And what I need to do, if I want to trade on with TVIP2, I'll just click here. So if you click here, the TVIP2 and 1002 have the capacity to launch maximum of 40 bots, 40 trade for you. And it gives you profit according to your set take profit. Are you with me? So all you need to do is to come to this place and authorize a few settings, which means you can decide to change your take profit. You can decide your take profit to be 5, you can decide your take profit to be 4, and once you are done, you're okay. Then you can also set your stop loss. Now it says suggested stop loss means the core brain is an automated future, meaning that you are not the one going to be taking this trade by yourself. So it means that you can follow the recommended stop loss of these particular people or the robot that is launching this particular trade. Meaning that if a particular coin goes down in a certain percentage, the robot can take measure and stop the trade in case if the market is going in a different direction that is going to be against you. So it can minimize the risk of your loss. But when you look at this place, you will definitely find out that the robot consistently closes profit for you because it times the market in more efficient way. And that is why you see the kind of money I make using this particular co-brain idea. Now, another beautiful thing and another good news for the synchro traders, which I'm going to be explaining later, is the ability to also take advantage of the co-brain into the synchro trading, meaning that you can leverage on the co-brain, which is exactly what we have been working on the ground to make sure that it is integrated so that you can take advantage of this business in every angle. And once you are done with the setup, all you need to do is to click on launch, and the robot will pick trades for you by itself. That is the beauty of it. So now, if I go back, I will show you something. You can see this particular robot is running currently on automated futures plan, trading plan, on a co-brain. And you can see realized profit is how much within this particular trade that was entered about a few weeks ago, or about last week or thereabout, has generated $22,387. That is the power of the co-brain. And the beauty of it is that also, if you have an opportunity to copy our trade as well, at this point in time, you are going to be copying also the co-brain, which have the capacity to bring a lot of profit, because everything, we are working on everything to be able to give you the best experience so far. Now, if I click on this particular place, this is the synchro trading idea. What do? All you need to do is to make sure, for example, you want to trade. You don't know how to trade. You don't know how to set up. You have a certain amount of capital, which might not be like up to 1,200 I can use to do the co-brain directly. You can leverage on our own ideas. What is the own ideas? We enter market in this business, we make profit. Meaning that you can copy the trade we trade. Meaning that if you will launch a trade, it will also activate on your own as well. All right? And everything is also in place. Every work, every plan is also in place to make sure that people who copy the trades have a beautiful experience along the line. So what does it take to copy the trade? All you needed to do is to copy the recommended user ID. The recommended user ID, which the video on how to do that is already in our group. And once you copy it, you enter that particular ID here. And once you enter the particular ID, it will also give you the opportunity to click on next. And once you click on next, you will subscribe to it. Now, in subscription of it, you needed to activate a package. That subscription is that the robot does not allow you to copy anybody's trade without buying a particular package. What is the package? The package ranges from $50 and $100 and also $150. That is the highest. And the $50 can be like for 1 month, you can copy a trade for 1 month. The $100 can be like, I think, maybe 3 months or thereabouts. I can't remember the exact date, exact time frame. But the $150 is for 1 year, right? Meaning that you can follow our trade for complete 1 year. That is an opportunity the robot gives to you to mirror our trading. To mirror our trading. What we do from our own end is simply to launch a trade. Your own is that the robot, because you subscribe to the robot in this particular manner, it activates this particular trade on your behalf without you knowing it, without you happen to set up anything for yourself. So the robot activates the trade, all right? And that is the beauty of the synchro trading. Now, if I click on this signal, the signal is an opportunity where you can copy the signals of this robot for free, right? You can copy the signals of this robot. Meaning all you needed to do is very simple. You can copy the long trade signals. You can copy the short signals. You can copy the spot signals. Meaning that every coin here is on spot trade. You can trade these coins on spot. What does this thing mean? We're all familiar with, with signals. That if you have somebody who have the capacity to analyze the market and understand the direction the market is going, You can leverage on his insight or his knowledge and make money according to the direction he recommends with a particular coin. Now, the market can move up, it can move down. Now, through the indicators in the market, this robot analyzes this particular market, and through the indicators, have a glimpse of an energy in direction, and the robot gives you signal on different coins that you can follow the signals of this coin, and you will make money at so percentage, and that is it. And once all you need to do is to revisit our strategies, and you will understand exactly how to trade these signals, and you can trade these signals on long, you can trade these signals on short, and you can use any part of this business to make money. Now, the last but not the least is the manual robots. Now, on these manual robots is actually a compendium of robots that have the capacity to deliver in profit on a daily basis. For example, this robot is fortified with an amazing features to conquer the crypto space, meaning that you can use this manual trade, you can use the AI featured robots, and you can also use the core brain, which is the automated I explained earlier. But look at this. On this place, you can see there are up to 10 different robots you can use to trade. Here we have AI DCA Pro on sports. We have AI DCA Pro on futures. We have the Martingale sports and also the Martingale futures. And we have AI DCA, and we have AI DCA on futures, and we have AI grid on sports, and there's also AI dual grid on futures. And you can see the DCA spots, and you can also use the DCA features. Now, all these particular robots, we have a complete strategy we have used to make progress in this market consistently for a very long period of time. And all these particular strategies, they are all combined in a small video that you can go through, and you can literally set this robot up using these particular robots here, even at your sleep. That is the beauty of what this robot can do. Now, what is the plan for this robot? The plan is to reduce the complexity of trading in a market as a kind of crypto environment, where it requires a lot of knowledge before you can go into it in the first place. So the idea of this robot is to make things easier, that including anyone who have never had idea on how to trade this market can have an opportunity to use the robot and perform magic in this particular space. And that was the story we have. I came from nowhere. I learned from scratch, observed what our coach was doing, watched the trainings on how we set up the strategies. And before you know what is happening, I start to break records in line. And the countless many others who are doing it and who have done it. And anybody can do it. All you need to do is to pay attention to knowledge. Now, you can use any of this robot to do your trading. For me, I can recommend this time around, we make use of what we call the Martingale strategy. A Martingale strategy is simply a robot that you can use to trade the crypto financial market, either the spot or the futures. At this point, you just come here and you select different coins that you want to trade. If I click on this place, you can see as I'm ticking it, I can select as many as possible. And the maximum I can select is 25. And once I'm done, I'll click on confirm. It brings me to this place where it says AI Martingale. What is AI Martingale? The idea of this particular robot is simply to give you a conducive environment. What kind of conducive environment is that? That when you choose the direction you want this robot to go, either long or short, or indicator hedging, or indicator direction, but mostly we recommend indicator hedging with Martingale. And you will see it on our complete strategies on how to do that. On this particular place, you put it on hedging. What is a hedging? For example, if you launch it on long, it means you want to make money when the market is going up. If you launch it on short, it means you want to make money when the market is going down. If you launch it on hedging, it means you want a robot to make profit for you, either a long trade or the short trade. But look at this. because it is AI idea, it launches this trade according to the energy in the market at a particular direction. So if the market is going long, the robot activates the long trade. And when the market is coming down, the robot activates the market in a short trade. That is the idea of this. And all you need to do is to introduce a few settings determining if you want the robot to pick the trade immediately or you want the robot to wait for signals. Waiting for signals is that the robot is waiting for a particular timing on these coins to launch the trade and give you profit an easier way. And all you need to do is to determine your take profit. Meaning, robot, if this market goes up by a so percentage, close it and drop the profit for me. And that is the beauty of what we do. That's the beauty. So now, if you are done with the setting, you click on launch and the robot will enter the market and trade for you. But look at this. For you to actually take advantage of these strategies, you needed what we call mentorship. Mentorship. And the mentorship is in such flexibility that you can make money while you are learning. And how do you do that? All you needed to do is to have access to our what? To our inner group mentorship platforms. Now, look at the idea of these groups. The idea of these groups is to be able to establish a mentorship program for you to be more acquainted with the robots and different strategies that those who have gone ahead of you uses that can give you a comfortable and a palatable ground to make profit with ease. And that is why in our community, we admire knowledge more than any other thing. Because in as much as making money here looks easy, it also needed knowledge to be able to play your games in this market and make your money. And that is why all you needed to do is to have access to the inner group mentorship or to the 10K group mentorship or to the end traders group mentorship. And in any of these platforms, you are in a platform where you receive knowledge that is not just only knowledge based, but also financial knowledge that produce raw cash into your bank accounts. That is how it is. And I can assure you, in the day that you enter this group, you can make money immediately. Why? Because the market is open 24/7. The only person slowing down on the movement is you that is listening to my voice. How fast, how willing are you acting on it? The market is a current. It keeps flowing. The energy is active 24 hours every blessed day. Year in, year out. All you needed is a tool and a knowledge on how you can use that tool and take advantage of the market current, and you tap into the blessing that the market gives. It is this powerful. It is this powerful. So what do you do? So at this point, how do you gain access to this inner group? One thing you needed to do, you don't pay money to get into our inner group sections. You don't pay money to get into the 10K group sessions. You don't pay a dime to enter the end traders group. The only thing you needed to do is very simple. For you to trade with this robot, if I click on more, it brings me to this place where it shows me, under the function, it shows me store. On this store, this is a place where you see what we call UGAS. 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 Now, every robot you can think of uses what we call gas. The smartphone you have in your hand right now, the data serves like a gas, because without that data, you cannot get value on this training. It's not possible. You cannot hear my voice. And I can assure you that people from different parts of the world are listening to me right now. Why? Because of the possibility of data. Meaning that without money, you can't even get that data. But look at this. In this particular robot, all you are required is what we call UGAS. UGAS is a fuel that allows the robot to trade in this market. Now, we now have speed of this robot accompany different price of this particular UGAS. And in a brief, I will explain it. When you look at this place, you can see the 45 USDT UGAS. You can see the $95 USDT UGAS. You can see 540 UGAS. You can see 1,700. You can see 2,400. You can see 3,750. You can see 7,000 UGAS. Now, once we advise, if you want to get your UGAS, avoid the gas of $45. That one is not for traders. It is for testing the boat. You want to test the boat, you can use it, but it's not for traders. Look at this. If you get a $95 UGAS, that is where the TVIP starts. What is a TVIP? A TVIP is a trading speed. A trading speed. Trading speed helps in the amount of trade you can take, number one. It helps in the speed that the robot executes some of this trade, number two. Why? Because some of this speed helps your robot to be more alert through the indicators attached to it. When you hear speed, speed equals indicators in the market that is away. For example, if you have the $95 UGAS, the $95 UGAS possess speed one. That speed one might be able to accommodate one indicator in the market that understands the market speed movement or different time frames in the market to deliver at a certain point in profit. If you have the 540, which gives you access to operate to speed 2, you have more indicators in the market that have the capacity to understand the market energy according to different time frames and gives you opportunity to leverage on it. You have access to 1,700, which is the speed 3. It gives you also power to have more indicators in the market. That's why you can't trade the core brain with less than speed 2. With less than speed 2. Why? Because that is fully automated trading. You are not going to determine, you are not going to select coin by yourself. The robot is the one that selects the coin on your behalf and launches it in the market and helps you to make money. With such, we recommend higher speed. That's why you see some of my accounts. This account I'm showing you right now is the least of it. And every other account is operating at speed 6. Only this one operating at speed 4. Speed 4. And you can see how mighty is doing. You can see the powerful things he's doing. So what do? We encourage, if you go for speed 4, that is 2,400. If you go for speed 5, that is 3,750. Speed 7, speed 6 is 7,000 USDT. And that is why you see, during the movement, during the crash of, last month or this month, because we are still in this October, right? There was a guy who made over $63,000 in just short trade in a day. It is not hype, please. No. It's not hype. It happened. And if you dig down into some of our platforms, you will see when this particular result was being circulated. What happened? If you check the account of that guy, he used speed 6 to milk the market. Why? The algorithm of that particular account was very high to pick the directions and the energy of the market. Why? Because that was a very serious movement, and the robot picked the trend and executed as many trades as possible. And that helped this guy to scale up. And that's why sometimes when we advise about the speed level, some people may not understand it, but it is for your own advantage. So if you get the $95 UGAS, you have the speed 1 robot, and you'll be added to our inner groups. If you get the 540 UGAS, you will be added to, you will have the speed 2, you'll be added to the 10K group. Now, of course, you can see the 10K group is a group where your goal is at least to make $10,000 in the next 30 days. That is the goal there. Why? Because of the kind of strategies that can be applied. Why? Because you have a robot that have the capacity to perform magic, right? At least at a lower level, right? Because if you have 1,700, which is the speed 3, you will also have access to the what? To the robot as well, to the 10K group as well. but the performance is not going to be the same thing. The same way if you have a higher speed 4, speed 5, and there's also speed 6, and you are good to go. And UGAS, once you have UGAS, you have the opportunity to trade. Now, only UGAS is what you are required to purchase, and your robot will be ready to trade for you. Your capital that you needed to use to trade will have to be in your exchange. In your exchange, that exchange that you created, it will be there. You are the only one that have access to it. What the robot have access is what? Trading permission, meaning that the robot can launch a trade and execute the trade, and you make profit in your exchange. It's just that same thing, and your profit accumulates in your exchange direct. That is how beautiful it is. So, and once you start to make money, you start to enjoy life. That is just the beauty of it. If I click on this SVIP, what is SVIP? SVIP consigns those who want to adopt the strategies of copy trading. What is a copy trading? Like I explained before, you can copy the trade that we are trading as well. We have no problem. And that is why we allow the robot, by activating it, to allow you or anybody who wish to follow our trade to be able to copy what we do. Meaning that when we make money, you make money as well, right? And because of that, the core brain was not part of the, what is it called? Was not part of the synchro trading idea. But due to the management of this community, we fought, and today we are receiving information that it has already been integrated. And of course, you are going to be having a more powerful experience in this particular endeavor. Now, before you start your co-brain, your synchro trading, that's what we call SVIP. SVIP is simply an opportunity where you activate your robot for copy trade. If your own did not come automatically, for some, once you get your UGAS, you will be given SVIP or whatever. But if your own did not come automatically, you need to activate it before you can start. And of course, in activating it, the SVIP 1 can also take $40 at least, SVIP 2 $8, SVIP 3 $160, SVIP 4 $320, SVIP 5 $640, and SVIP 6 $280. Now, what am I trying to say here? If you look at these particular places, like I told you, it depends. The SVIP you're using depends also on how many trades you can copy according to your capital as well. It depends on how many trades you can copy according to your what? According to your capital as well. It's just that simple. So when you activate your SVIP, it allows you to copy a certain number of trades, which also helps you to make more money according to the level of the SVIP. It's very, very important to understand that. Now, the CVIP is for the end traders group. The end traders. Now, what is the end traders group? End traders group is a group where non-traders, these are not for traders, it is for non-traders, you can use to leverage on this particular robot and other aspect of the robot that have the capacity to give you money. All you need to do is to make sure you unlock every aspect of this business and you are on your way for financial breakthrough. So what do you do? For you to get the SVIP 3 originally on this UGAS level, if I click on this place, sorry, let me go back. If I click on this place, it takes you TVIP 3 to get CVIP 3, which is 1,700. But on the CVIP, on the promo currently, you can get the CVIP 3 with what? With 1,400, meaning that it is on promo. Now, when you get the CVIP 3, you'll be added to the end traders group, and you also be added to the Diging course group, where you can take the Diging course and make powerful progress in this particular space. What is a Diging call? A Diging call is simply coins that is analyzed, that we call them pump and dump. Some of the coins, meaning that when we get the signals of these coins going to pump, it can be recommended, and you buy with small money like $10, $20, and this your $10, $20 can turn to $10,000 or $20,000. And a lot has done it. And you don't know who is next. It can bless anybody. And all you need to do is to be part of what can help you to scale up. So once you're able to activate any of these guys, you'll be given access to any of this group that you are qualified. All you need to do is to chat up our admins. And before I conclude, I would like to bring your notice to what our community standard is all about. We don't charge you money for training. And we don't collect money for you to trade for you. We use robot to trade. Every money we make it fresh in the market. We don't do daily contributions here. We don't have any platform where we are selling USDT to make profit. Everything we do, we perform our breakthrough from this particular robot. And all you need to do is to understand how we do this, and you can do the same. For those who will tell you that I saw a platform that is said Coach Gideon's platform on Telegram, and they sell USDT on a cheaper price, that is scammers. So you don't fall for it and come back and be crying at our legs. When you get scammed by somebody chatting you, telling you that I'm so person, I'm so admin, I want to help you do this, I want to help you, block that person immediately. Our admins can never chat you first. If at all you like the explanation I gave you tonight, and you want to use this business model to scale up, you have to reach out to our admins by yourself, and they will guide you accordingly. You don't put your trading capital in this robot. No, your trading capital stays in your exchange. For those that will tell you, put it in your robot and send us your email code or whatever code I send you. We can never ask for such sensitive information. The only thing our admins will ask you is to screenshot your utrading ID to confirm that you belong to our mentorship groups. And that is all. Why we are saying this is that anybody that comes into this particular training or into this particular community is here with the expectation of making money. So you don't end up losing money on these scammers. They are everywhere, and they masquerade as much as possible, lie as much as possible to be able to get the gullibles. And here we don't entertain such thing. So you don't dare me and say this and that happened. Just understand it. We want your progress and we want your safety. Whatever you don't understand, there are numbers of the admins in the groups. You chat them direct and they will respond to you. All right? So at this point, I'll be bringing back my coach if he is so available to round up this training with us. If he is not, maybe I will attend a few questions, and from there we'll bring this meeting to a close. Boss, are you there? Boss, are you there? Are you with us? Boss, are you with us? Are you there?
Please go ahead and conclude. Go ahead and conclude.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so at this point, I'm going to answer a few questions. All right, I'm going to answer a few questions maybe within the next few minutes, and we'll bring it to a close. All right, somebody said I've been watching you guys for over a year now, and right now I'm ready to trade. I'm ready to get started with you guys. Why would you be ready to trade? Because you have seen that we are the most consistent in this particular space. And I can assure you that you can make money as much as you are seeing our testimonies everywhere. You are, of course, welcome. All right, you are, of course, welcome. All right, so for those having some challenge about the synchro copy trading, of course, we are planning to have a training, one-on-one training, where we will help to solve every challenge that comes with that, because we have been working tirelessly on the ground to make sure that everybody is carried along. Because why? Everyone trading in this particular space does not have the same capital. And that is why we are trying to see how we can balance everything, because there are so many that are already making money, making a lot of money with copy trading as well. And everybody should be on the same page. And that is what we are trying to do, to sort different capacity and different capitals that most people are using to copy our trades. All right, so that everybody can have a wonderful experience. So once the training is ascertained on when it will hold, on how to clarify some of these things, which we also attend to you individually, you will definitely, get to see how you can leverage on this particular synchro and enjoy the progress. All right, somebody said I need a link to register. Now all you needed to do is to go back to the group where you got the link to join this particular training, and a link will be posted on how to register, and you'll be able to register and get your business started and make your money. Who is sharing his screen? Please stop that. Somebody said, good evening. I appreciate the value you put out there and the hard work. I'm curious that you are inspired to help, because I know most people will keep such information to themselves. Of course, we are here to help everybody make progress, and we do that with ease. All right. God is our strength. Thank you very much for that. All right. Somebody said, I want to fund my account again because of the effect of the 10th of this month, which was a global effect. I want to fund my account again. Do I need to close the previous trade in there? Yes, you have to close it. And once you fund it, it has no business with the new funding. You can start your trade with ease and enjoy yourself. All right, for the copy traders, of course, we are working very hard on it. And you can see everything we are doing is to give you guys more opportunity to make progress. Somebody say, teach us more about investment control. Of course, we are going to do that in our next mentorship class. All right. In our next mentorship class, we are going to do that. Somebody say, I have the money for the UGAS, but I don't know how to go about it. All you need to do is to reach out to admins in that particular group where you are, and they will put you through. Now, these admins are strictly employed to guide you so you don't lose your money while you are trying to purchase your UGAS in the first place. So they will guide you and help you make progress. Somebody say, can I use CVIP4 to trade the co-brain? Can I use it? Of course. If you have CVIP4, TVIP4, you can trade the co-brain with ease and more powerfully. You have an opportunity to trade as many coins as some of us are doing, like up to 200 coins who can be launched. All right. Depending on the capital you are using to trade as well. Somebody said, how much at least do I need to copy the trade? Now we recommend at least $100 and above, right? $100 and above can also copy a trade, I believe. And we're working very hard on it to see how everybody can be accommodated. Somebody said, I have a low capital to copy. Increase your capital and you'll be able to enjoy. All right? Very important. All right, somebody said I bought a 540 UGAS, but I have not understood how to set up my trade. All right, very well. Now you need to see some of these videos that you have access to, right? Some persons will not give you access to this training if you don't pay for it. These trainings are given for free. See, part of my success stories and my secret in this business is ability to do it like my life depended on it. I watch these particular videos to understand it because I know in as much as I can watch it once and set up my trade and make some few money, I needed to be consistent in making big money because I came here to make money. The money is not given by Coach Gideon, neither is it given by Chibike that is speaking to you. The money is being made in crypto market. So what we do here is that we put up our strategies that we have used that is working for us, and you yourself can also mirror the strategy as well by watching it and understanding what we are doing, and you can make progress. And I have seen a lot of people who have come to a point of understanding this robot that they end up even developing their own personal strategy that works well for them. So we give you a path light. Are you with me? So I would recommend you go back to those videos and watch it again to be able to understand it well, and you can make massive progress. Then for that, if you're in our inner group platforms, you can also reach out to me and I'll look into it and see what is going on there. All right, those in the end traders group, all right. The training, I think the last time our coach had a training with you guys and there was a one-on-one setup and every other thing. And of course, I believe you're going to be having your training very soon for the next way to go on making progress in that particular group as well. All right, some people are talking about Launchpad. Can we have access to the Launchpad training again? Of course. There is a lot of things we are doing here in order to help advance the community. And I can assure you that all you need to do is to have patience, and the Launchpad training will be held again for everybody to benefit from it. All right. We have only about a few minutes to bring this meeting to a close. Somebody said, please, can a student do this? It's very easy now. It's very easy. It's very, very easy. Is the business accommodate everybody, right? A student can do it. That's why you are using robot in the first place. That's why it's in your smartphone, right? You can do it from anywhere you are. Somebody say, can I use the TVIP3 with 1,200 to start the co-brain? Of course, you can. You can. All right, somebody said, Mr. Chibike, I want you to check my trade. Okay, you can send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll look into your trade and see what is going on there, okay? All right, somebody said, I've purchased my UGAS, but I'm yet to receive the strategies on how to trade. All right, once I'm done with this training, the group is going to be updated and you can proceed immediately to watch the videos and start making progress for yourself. Is very important. Somebody said, I'm seeing limit order. Can I close the trade? There is also a write-up that we always post in our group about limit order. Limit order is simply that you send the robot to buy a certain number of trade, and it has done it, and it's telling you, I have executed the order. Limit order is not a problem at all. All you need to do is to allow your robot to run your trade, and it will deliver on profit. If you're in our inner group, for those looking for my number, if you're in our inner groups, inner group mentorships, you will also be you should also be able to have access to my number. All right. All right. Somebody said I need the clarity. Can I trade with only SVIP without buying TVIP? It is confusing when to buy what. Now, for my knowledge and my experience, is that the TVIP has to do with the UGAS, and no trade have the capacity to be executed without the UGAS. No trade. So, which means the TVIP comes for you purchasing UGAS. So it also means that it is required that you activate your UGAS and you can now activate your SVIP and you enjoy. All right, so at this point, we're going to bring this meeting to a close. And of course, so many of the questions that we have is going to be answered either individually or we're going to be having a training on how to, clarify in all this. All right. So thank you very much for being part of this training tonight. And I believe you got value. And all I say is get into the work. And of course, you're going to testify and make a lot of progress. Thank you so much. I love you all. All right, boss. If you are hearing me, you can close the meeting.